Hello, my ladies. Sharon's here. I am so glad you joined me. Today, we're going to have just super fun. We're getting into my favorite thing in the whole world, and that is my favorite skincare products. So, you'll want to grab a pen and a piece of paper. I will have all these listed down below as well. That way, you're going to keep up with my routine and what have you. And not so much a routine as I'm going to cover each and every one and tell you why, okay? For those of you that are new to my channel, I am Sharon. I am going to invite you to scroll on down, hit that subscribe button. You'll be a member of my tribe, girlfriends, and see that little bell? Click that bell. It'll notify you of my upcoming videos. I generally film twice a week. Okay, my ladies, this is going to be a blast. Today, I am talking my favorite skincare products. Now, I don't have every single one out here, or we'd be here for a week. I'm just telling you. But I picked my uber favorite that I know you would be interested in. First of all, let me say this right off the bat. I am 71 years old. I'll be 72 in September. I've had no major plastic surgery at all other than an eye job at the age of 40. I do use Botox around my eyes, and I had fillers put into my cheeks recently, and then I have fillers in my nasolabial lines. So, that is what I do. Now you say, well, Sharon, we're going to talk skincare. Well, what difference does it make if you've got fillers? Well, first of all, you don't fill up your whole entire face with fillers. You fill in the little spots that are sagging or hollow or drooping or that are basically is where you're losing the elasticity. And you just get a little poke. You don't fill up your whole face with this stuff. Now, I will say this. This is the first year in quite a while that we have come out with brand new type fillers that actually build collagen and elastin. So I just had my first dose of that. Not too long ago I did a video on it when we did my cheekbones for the first time. And so what I want to tell you gals is I'm kind of waiting and hoping that's the case, because then I can cut down on some of my expensive skincare, obviously. I am a skincare junkie. I only go for the best of the best. I only go medical grade skincare. I am not a clean girl. Not that way anyway. And the reason being is, at my age, I want the best of the best as far as products and what works fast and what will hang in there. Being 71 years old, I don't have any more time to play, if you know what I'm saying. I started using medical grade right when I think I was 53 years old is when I started. Now, I will tell you this. One of my very favorites in the world that I started with, the doctor put me on the Revision skincare. It was newer on the market at that time. It's not uber pricey, but it's not cheap. And I would start off with the facial wash. I also started using the facial rinse. And you say, well, gosh, Sharon, is that all? Well, no, of course not. I started using a little bit of everything in the line. Their vitamin C was almost identical to what Truth Treatments is now, their vitamin C. It was a different vitamin C, and it was at 30%. I used that for years and years and years, along with these. And then, of course, for my neck, which I still use to this day, the Revision Nectifirm. All right, so I use these still as well. Now, I will tell you this. My Brightening face wash is absolutely a dream. It is so gentle. On the days when I have exfoliated too much or my skin is too sensitive due to my retin-A, I'm going to switch back over to this line to get it to calm down. That's how gentle this is. It's fantastic. And then along with that, of course, the toner is what we call the Soothing Facial Rinse. Now, this revision product is heaven. I will tell you something about this rinse. This also acts as an essence as well. It's a little thicker in consistency. So I need very, very little to put all over several times. Whereas my Tatcha, for instance, the best of the best of the best essences, this is extremely, watery. It's thinner. So I have to use this at least 3 times, 3 skins. This one, first time I'll do it. Okay? I mean, it is heaven. It is heaven. But I cannot say enough about the revision medical grade. They have everything that you could possibly want in this medical grade line, just like they all do. But these are some of my favorite things there. I'm not going to stick with just a brand. I'm going to stick with what I need and why, okay? But other things that I do cleanse with other than the revision, obviously, is my Cerave. I mean, I absolutely love this. But there are some days, like the next day after I have used my Retin-A that night, that even this, I kind of have as a little bit of burning sensation. So I kind of have to watch that. If I get that kind of burning sensation, I immediately go to my Laroche Posay. It's the gentle cleanser. Both of these are very inexpensive. They're fantastic cleansers. And you know me, I'm not caught up on using medical grade cleansers or anything else. The revision was special and is still in my arsenal at the time. But this is what I go for. Because, I mean, it's not on my face long enough. Okay, for maybe 3 minutes. And this hydrating gentle cleanser by Laroche Posay is calmer than this one, believe it or not, after I use my Retin-A. See, my skin is so strange. It gets real sensitive because it gets dry and sometimes dehydrated. So I have to nurse this. And you know what was funny? And I'm going to tell you girls right now that are real oily. I was the oiliest child in the universe. I had more oil as a teenager than anyone. I had to get dry ice and acetone treatments every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. through my dermatologist here in Dallas growing up. For real. It started at 13 and it went up until I graduated high school. I mean, that's how oily. I would wake up and you could just see it all over my face. It was just drippy, the oil. And I mean, everybody go, It was awful. And, of course, what does that mean? Large pores and acne prone. Absolutely. And now look at me. So, see, you just got to thank God that you grow up with a lot of oily skin. I hope you're nursing that and loving every minute of it, because when you get my age, it helps a lot. Okay, it's not as difficult as it is for some. I don't wrinkle as badly as some my age. Do you see what I mean? Because of all that oil growing up. Now, I don't put a lot of oil into my skin now, but every once in a while I do. Just to get that sheen. But back to the story. These are the cleansers. Also, another excellent cleanser is Sanitas. It's the milk and honey cleanser. I've told you guys about this before. Oh my gosh. Now, I'll tell you what. I do this a lot for the double cleanse now. I'll use this first. Alright, kids, this is nice and thick and it just goes all over. I do add a little water to my hands, to get it to work up to a real nice, foamy. Oh, you talk about wonderful. This removes every cotton picking thing on your face. Then I can go back in, with my cleanser again after that, or this cleanser, either or, whatever you have is going to work. But this is one excellent cleanser. I mean, your face is so soft and so beautiful after you use this. I was shocked. I mean, I will always have this in my arsenal as well as my #1 cleanser. I used to use other products. This one's running the show right now. The next thing that I do while I'm washing my face is I use my Tatcha rice powder every single time I wash my face. I'll pour a little here while my face is still all suds up. I rub it in till I create a foam and, you know, wipe it all over my face, about 2 minutes worth, okay, or so, before I rinse all of it off. So I definitely mix this in with my cleanser. Okay, once I get my face done and washed, cleansed, you know, I always, no matter what, use some sort of toner. And I usually use like, and I left it in the bathroom, it was the Witch Hazel toner, and it has the lavender in it and no alcohol whatsoever. Love it, love it, love it. I also, of course, use my Revision, you know, rinse as well as a toner, because that's actually what it is. And so those are the things. But yes, I always use a toner because it takes off all the excess residue, puts your skin back in its pH form where it's supposed to be. So don't let anybody tell you, no, the toner. Just use the toner, okay? All right. The next thing is I'm going to talk about essences. If there's anyone in the world that loves essences, it's I. I mean, love, 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 love. The major essence for WA is, of course, my Tatcha Essence. I've been using Tatcha for a many moons. And I do use it 3 times. After I do my toner, I reach for my essence. Now, you say, hey, Sharon, are you still using your SK2? I do swap now and then. I spend more days with Tatcha than I do my SK2. Tatcha runs about $100 for a bottle. This runs a good $200. So, I mean, now I've got the Revolution by, I think it's Misa, whatever it is, and I enjoy that too. It's not what these are. It's not comparable. Not to me it isn't. Now it may be to you when you use it, but you remember now I have really dry skin. This is the best essence and I use it 3 times. When I use this 3 times as well. So I'm not going to say I don't like them both, and I'll probably continue using both as well, because I do love them. I love, love, love them. But the essence, it just hydrates to higher levels. You've got to have all the moisture and hydration you can get. The toner helps, but the essences blow you away. It's very, very important. And you know, ladies, it's not so much the routine, because I can do the routine for you. I want you to know, though, what are my very favorite products for taking care of my issues. And maybe you have the same issues. I do know that once I have done all of my essences, I'm going to start moving in with the serums. The very first thing I put on my skin is my growth factor. I do use the Skinmedica TNS Serum. Now this serum has a dual chamber, as you'll see. One side is the growth factor and one side is the peptides. Okay, and there's oodles and noodles of peptides and all the good stuff over there. This is 2 products in one. Yes, it is pricey, but can I tell you something? I would literally make pot holders and go door to door selling them just so I can have my growth factor. This is the best. You all laugh. I'm not kidding. This is the one and only. Listen, I have tried many growth factors through the years. Nothing did it like this one. Not only does this put all the peptides in that you have to have, it makes your skin so much firmer. It builds up collagen faster. It is so potent and strong. But I will say, however, if you've had any type of cancers, especially on your skin, stay away from this. This is no growth factor. None. Zippo is going to probably work for you. but check with your doctor, because they'll tell you, they'd rather you stay away from growth factors, okay? But this is my choice, and I'm going down with the ship. I'm going to cuddle this baby the whole time. This is my one of my big holy grails. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, the next favorite that you guys know I'm crazy about is my Skinmedica H A 5. This is my hyaluronic acid. This comes out in a gel, a foamy looking gel consistency. You just need one pump. Rub your hands together, pat, pat, pat all over your face, or you can rub it in. But this is the best of the best of the best. I've tried lots of hyaluronic acids, but this one trips my trigger. This one, I notice more hydration. All right, definitely my skin is softer. It's shinier. I love, love, love the H A 5. The next thing is my vitamin C. I use the Skinmedica Vitamin C, CE Ferulic, okay, is what I use. I have always used this. I have tried a couple of more in between. Didn't do it for me. And, you know, it's unfortunate, too, because they were cheaper. It didn't do anything. This one brightens my face. It also detours, it kind of cuts down on some of the lines right up in your crow's feet area. I don't put it under my eyes. I put it around, and I've noticed that it makes them softer, okay? It makes them almost diminish. It's really, really good. But the brightness of my skin, it's just radiant, and it's because of this product. And we all have to have vitamin C. This is my choice. Yes, it's a little pricier than most, but this is my choice, and I'm staying in. Brown, girlfriends. This is it. Love it. Love it. And I do keep it in the fridge. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about are eye creams. Eye creams, to me, I have tried every eye cream that there is imaginable, both here, abroad, Australia, everywhere. And at first, I had an eye cream that worked really well for me. And it was called the Teamine, T-E-A-M-I-N-E. It's by the Revision Company. And it worked really good. Well, it made the darkness dissipate under my eyes. I thought, oh, okay. But I didn't notice that it did so much for my lines and wrinkles. Some, but mainly it was great for, you know, darkness under my eyes. And I mean, boom, you had no darkness. That stuff is good, and I stayed on that for quite a while. And then finally, you know, my doctor said, maybe we need to graduate some, because you're getting all these little fine lines like we always do. We're always going to get the lines around the eyes. Oh, I can't stand that. You know, your whole face can be looking fine, girls, and all of a sudden we get a mirror and we look at our eyes going, what happened? That's what happened, okay? So, 2 different eye creams is what I use. Actually, almost 3. Again, I love, love, love the Revision Dej Eye Cream. This is what I wear in the daytime. This is potent. It is beautiful. It hits. I mean, this has really kicked butt. This has been my real holy grail, you know, in the daytime. And everybody swears by it. I mean, it's got a list of gag-a-maggot. I've turned tons and tons of clients onto it. I've turned lots of YouTube friends onto it. Everyone, and they all swear like, oh, this is it. This is it. Another thing that I do, I swap out with that with the Skinmedica AOX eye gel, okay? This is superb also. This is kind of a red, kind of burgundy kind of gel color, and it's lovely. Just one little pump, is all you need with either of these. You just rub them between your two ring fingers, pat, 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 go around your orbital bone. Now, the DEJ, you can put it on your eyelids. The AOX, no, stick with the orbital bone. Now, I trade off. I can use this 1 or 2 days in a row. Then I may turn around and use this. This is daytime. Daytime, daytime. Okay, these are the only two for daytime. Now, in the evening, I only have one eye cream I use always, 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 always. And that is the Skinmedica Eye Repair. Now, the reason I like this is it's got growth factor in it. So I can put this here all around my orbital bone. You need very little between your ring finger. Put it all over and go to bed. You know, tap it in. Because this is great. It's small. You know, it's lovely. It's a nice cream. As you can see, it's heaven. I've always used it and I love it. And it has, it has helped. But, you know, you got to have all the products working together. And that's what helps. But these are my very favorite that I know are going to work. See, that's the thing with favorite skincare. You have to really know that it works. I get so sick and tired of going on YouTube and you got some young little girl saying, oh, and looky here, this works so good, and this lotion and that particular thing, and she's only been trying it for 2 to 3 weeks. Believe it or not, you cannot tell anything about skincare in 2 to 3 weeks. It takes 3 to 4 months of total use every day before you can burst out there and, you know, get all crazy about a product. And that's why when you have people come to you that want you to, you know, do a video on their products, it's like I tell them, this is going to be 4 months before I can do this for you because I'm going to test this product out. And if I don't like it, I won't do it. And if I notice a difference, like it's helping, it's working, I will present that to my audience. But it will take 3 to 4 months of my using the product. And everybody goes, oh, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, we know. Bleh. But let me tell you something. Watch, and be really careful and know who you're talking to and who you're watching so you know that they know what they're talking about, okay? Because it takes a long time to have skincare. And it's not a joke. You know, it's very serious. And we're not here just for numbers or to pump out, you know, viewers or anything else. We're here to tell you something. We're teaching you and helping you. And we're being really honest and straight. All right, so back to the story because I'm on a roll, okay? We finished our beautiful eyes. So you have those products that I love, 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 love. One thing I absolutely am crazy about is resveratrol. It is an antioxidant night concentrate combining resveratrol, Balcolin, and alpha tocopherol. This is the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. At night, when I cleanse my face and tone it and you know, everything like that, and I do essence at night, I might add. Then I put on my resveratrol. Then I can put moisture and other stuff on as well. But I love it. I absolutely love it. You wake up in the mornings, you go, wow, that's kind of nice and firm. Boy, look at that skin. That looks good. What? And that's where this is coming from. This is a little pricey product. I love it. I can never be without this. This is one of those when you do your nighttime skincare, you know you're going to wake up and look like somebody. I'm telling you, this is fantastic. It takes care of so many fine lines. I mean, your pores just, you know, you can't even tell you have pores because they've been debunked before you go to bed. This will keep them from filling up with sebum and everything. This is fabulous. You got to try it, girlfriends. I'm going to have all this listed down below. But it's one of my very, very favorites. All right, another one of my uber favorites as far, and I want to jump over to like moisturizers and everything. Now, you know how I look at moisturizers? I look at moisturizers as just a sealant. Moisturizers are going to hydrate the barrier of your skin a little bit, but they're not going into your skin. Nothing but medical grade, listen to what I said, nothing but medical grade can go through your skin and get, obviously, to the dermis and then the cells and do all their magic. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So it's got to penetrate the epidermis, go down to the dermis, build that up and the cells. This is why I choose personally to only go medical grade, because I want the difference to be underneath. I want to build collagen and elastin for as long as I possibly can using whatever products are necessary. But if I go, for instance, and just grab any kind of moisturizer and slap it on my face, that's doing nothing except sealing everything in that you put on your face to go to bed. Okay? Now, if it's medical grade with the products you're using, when you put your moisturizer on, you go to bed, you got to know those products underneath that moisturizer are definitely going into the skin. If you're using something other than medical grade, all of it's just sitting on top. Now, of course, we want our skin barrier to look nice as well. But if you don't have all that nice stuff underneath, building up collagen, elastin, and all those peptides being able to get through, hello, you're going to be a bloody mess. I mean, it just, because then you're not going to notice that your moisturizer is doing anything for you anyway. You see what I mean? Okay, so that's why if you're going to spend money on something that's very, very important, something that really works. I'm in love with my skincare. I am in love with my skincare. That is my passion. It's always been skincare. Maybe it's because I grew up having so much trouble with skin. That was actually one of the reasons I went into the medical field to begin with, was because I was in hopes of becoming a dermatologist, but I took a turn and decided to do cardiovascular surgery. I mean, who does that, right? Well, I did. But anyway, back to the story. The story is that I am fascinated with skin. I always have been. I'm fascinated with what works. I have a very great relationship with all of my dermatologists, which I do have 4. And yes, they work in the same office, but they all are different in different ways. Then I also have classes that I have taken from all of these companies. You know, lots of them. I mean, you know, if I wanted to hang a shingle up, I could, but that's not my thing. My thing is just to know about it so I can share it with you and so I can keep going myself. Do you see what I mean? So if I'm going to put something on at night in the way of a moisturizer to seal all of my serums and everything, I'm going to use my Skinmedica Triple Lipid Restore. This is a fabulous cream. Now, it's anti-aging lipid replenishment treatment. It's got 2% ceramides, 4% cholesterol, 2% fatty acids. This is what I need on the top of my skin to not only hold everything in that I put on earlier, but this is going to plump up my barrier. And you know what? It does. It does. Now, there are other nights, especially on the weekends, I will use Skinmedica's Age Eruptor. It's a skin treatment to help reverse erosion of elasticity and firmness. I use this a lot on the weekends, especially after I've gone in and, you know, I've exfoliated all of my skin. I've used my Glycolic products. This, I make sure it goes on top. okay, because this puts everything back in. It's lovely. It's beautiful. These are real moisturizer, or I call them more treatments for your skin. They're absolute my favorites. Then, of course, the next thing that I want to talk to you about is the Skinmedica TNS treatments cream. I use this like right now. That's what I have on top. After I put on, you know, all of my skincare, I put this on top, you know, and then I put my sunscreen. And of course, the sunscreen that I use is my Elta MD Sport. This is the best of the best of the best. And this has got SPF 50. So I end with this, and I top everything with this before I apply makeup. So I love this ceramide cream. Love it. I need all the hydration, ceramides, peptides, everything I can possibly get right now at this age. Because what I'm trying to do is not look 20 again. Girls, even if I had plastic surgery, I wouldn't look 20. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to look like the best 71-year-old as far as skin that I can. And that's why I'm taking really good care. I get stopped so many times a day just about my skin. I always do. No matter where I go. That and my hair. It's because it's crazy. But back to the story. That's it. Now, that's why they're all my favorites. Now, let's talk about lip care. Yes, of course, I use little scrubbies like the Nuxe, N-U-X-E, and it's fantastic as a lip scrub, and I use that. I put on my Aquaphor and let it sit while I'm putting the rest of my makeup on, or, you know, I go to my La Mer. Now, understand something, I'm not promoting a $50 lip, lip balm, come on. But I will tell you one thing, this is so nice. I go through these things like crazy. But I put them in my purse, okay? I can use it while I'm out. It mixes great with your lipstick. I can put this on even before, you know, I do my makeup. I can put it on before I go to bed. This is such a, you know, and I don't care for this company or the rest of their products, but I love the lip balm. And I will tell you, this works. This works beautifully. Now you're asking me, well, Sharon, does it work as good as your Aquaphor? Yes, on some nights. And then some nights, this works better. You know, so that's why I alternate the two. Yeah. But never give up your Aquaphor. That's the answer to your prayers. Okay, girlfriends. Let's talk. What is one of my favorite masks in the world that I use? Because I can use sheet mask, I can use cream masks, and my Tatcha Violet C Radiance mask, I go through this stuff like crazy. Blah, 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 blah. That's the one that has the violet color, the purple color that you see me brush on all the time. Like I said, I go through these, I bet I do these, I go through maybe 3 jars a month. It's nuts. It's stupid. But your skin looks so gorgeous and radiant afterwards. I mean, it's beautiful. Love, love, love that. I have tons and tons of masks. I mask every night of my life. I always have, since I was a kid. I remember we would go to the dime store to buy all our makeup, commonly called drugstore now. Well, I take that back. We had drugstore too, but it was kind of combined, okay? So we would get all of our makeup there, and we always picked up masks. Oh, the masks we could get for, gosh, I remember we could get these for $1, I think, way back then. Can't get it that way now. But every night, I mean, I was taught good skin care because I had rotten skin care. Rotten skin. Okay, so any mask, any sheet mask at night, trip your trigger, whatever works for you. Let's say that you feel dry. Find something very moisturizing that night. If you want something that wants to tighten and pull, do that. Sometimes I just want my skin to be feeling smooth and soothing, and I do that. Sometimes I want my skin to feel cold, because it's hot, and especially in summer. That happens to me a lot in summer. So I just pick up any mask that's conducive. Do you see what I mean? It'll leave your skin feeling refreshed and cool, and definitely hydrated. And you think I'm a nut, but every woman in America can do this at night. While you're sitting on your tush watching TV, or you're on the phone talking to girlfriends, or you're in there fixing dinner, or whatever you may be doing, put on your mask. And don't forget to put the silicone, cover over it that I have shown you all 100 times, because that'll keep that mask in place while you're walking around doing 5 million things. Or do like I do and just put it on and meditate and chill and feel fabulous. See what I mean, girlfriends? And masks are not expensive, but some can be. I've told you my very favorite mask in the whole world, and I've got tons and tons and tons of them, my martini masks. And I'll put a link down for those too. And some of them are a little pricey. When I say a little pricey, I'm talking about they may be, some of them like 25 bucks a mask, or you might get one that may be like 30, depending what it has in it, what good uses are in that mask. But, the rest of them, they're fabulous. I mean, decent prices and all. But I like different masks all the time for different things. So, the next product that, of course, is the holy grail as far as I'm concerned is my tretinoid. And I'm on the 0.1%. Love it, love it, love it. Been on it forever. And, I do it 3 times a week. I used to do it every single night years back. But after my skin got to looking good, much better, and pretty, I said, looky here. And with all the help you're going to have from the mask and the great skincare, you can cut down a little bit on the nights, and with that too, it cuts down on the peeling. So if you can get yourself used to some really good skincare that goes deep, which is medical grade obviously, then you can cut down on some of these nights. You can. And of course then it's like my doctor now wants me to drop down even more. So we may be looking at doing that because things are just looking good. So if it does, you're saving money. I mean, because I get mine with a prescription, and it can be very, very expensive. Well, not uber expensive, because I'm used to skincare anyway. But it's expensive. It's not cheap. And I do not get mine in Mexico, and I do not get them anywhere else except through a prescription. Okay? At the pharmacy. Believe me. I'm going to be safe and take care of my skin. Okay, now let's talk about what else can make your skin just look beautiful and lovely. Told you every week we are going to use Glycolic. Whether it's out of a little bottle, the alpha glycolic, I've told you about that, was 14%. Put on a cotton pad, wipe it all over. You can just leave that on too as it is. Or I've told you about the Glow Beauty. This is the Glow Therapeutics. 10% glycolic cleanser. And you just, use it for about, 90 seconds, I think it is. You keep rubbing it all in your face and you feel all that tingling and all that action going on. It is an active product, and this is 10%. And then you wash it off, put the rest of your skincare, your serums on, and you're good to go. It won't burn your skin. The next thing that I absolutely love, 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 love is my Lotion P50. Girlfriends, holy moly, this is such a bloody good product. I mean, now watch me on the pronunciation. I'm not that great at it. It's Glycolic, Recherche. Anyway, that's it. And it's the Lotion P50. I use the 1970. I use the original. And there are different ones. You can get one if you have uber sensitive skin. You can get one that's the normal skin. You can get one that's a drier skin. You know, whatever skin type you've got. They've got one to suit, you know, your needs. But they had me on this. And I have, you know, sensitive dry skin. This doesn't bother me at all. I love putting this on. You feel it, and then all of a sudden it stops, you know, being active, tingling. I mean, it's still on your skin. It stinks. I will say it's got an odor, but it dissipates after a while. But you just, you know, can put your moisturizer on top and go to bed. Sometimes I don't even put anything on top of it, and I go straight to bed. And I wake up in the morning slick as a baby's butt, looking good. Girlfriends, a little pricey, but it is so great. See, girls, the thing about it is, it's kind of like we can't win for losing. Sometimes medical grade skincare is expensive. I mean, we'll look at Red Name. You know, it's $100 a pop. Some pay more than that. Some pay $140 something, you know, with a prescription. So it's, you know, you kind of just have to pick your battles here. Me, I'm going all the way because, please, I don't have time to lose. I'm not ever going to deter from using my medical grade. I got hooked on it in the 50s, haven't stopped since, and I have no intentions of stopping. Until the day I die. Ooh, won't I be pretty? Everybody coming to see me, and I'm just sitting there, looking good in my casket. Oh, I'm kidding you, girls. All right, this was fun. But everybody asked me about my very favorite skincare. I said, oh my gosh, I'll do a favorites. So these particular products are my favorite. They are my holy grail favorites of all skincare. So I want to thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll have each and every product listed down below. And to all of you new subbies that are visiting me, ooh, you're so precious. And we have just chatted up a storm, and thanks so much. A lot of them have joined my coaching program. I appreciate that. All right, and to each and every one of you, I want you to stay sassy and classy and confident. And give me a big thumbs up on my video.